Jayden Archer made history in the motocross world when he flawlessly executed a triple backflip in front of a live audience. This breathtaking feat quickly became his signature move and brought him to fame. Yet the very trick that secured his place in the sport was also one of the most dangerous ever attempted. Did Jayden push his ambition too far? Join us as we dive into the remarkable life of Jayden Archer, a rider who dared to challenge the limits of what's possible, from his daring beginnings to the terrifying climax of his final moments. Jayden Archer was born December 18, 1995 in Sydney, Australia, and grew up in Melbourne. His friends affectionately called him Jayo. At age 9, he was introduced to motocross by Australian motocross rider Cam Sinclair. Cam, a pioneer in the sport, from the beginning, it was clear that the young Australian had tremendous potential. Jayden's enthusiasm for the sport and his determination to reach new heights became the driving forces behind his success. By the age of 15, Jayden had landed a sponsorship deal with Kawasaki in 2011. It was a significant step in his career path as a professional motocross rider. The deal came through when he became the youngest rider on record to land a motorcycle backflip over 75 feet. But that trick was just the beginning. Over the next several years, Jayden's skills and reputation continued to grow, elevating him into the upper echelons of the motocross world. By 2024, Jayden had been a member of Nitro Circus for over a decade. Nitro Circus, founded by motorsport stunt performer Travis Pastrana and Johnny Knoxville, is an action sports collective that tours globally, performing a wide array of death-defying stunts on dirt bikes, base jumping, skating, and BMX. Jayden made his Nitro Circus debut in 2012, where he quickly became known for pushing the limits with his daring tricks, captivating live audiences, and showcasing the extreme potential of motocross. Jayden's success in motocross made him a well-known figure in the sport. He was not only a fierce competitor but also a mentor, often sharing tips with amateur riders at demonstration events to help them improve their technique. With X Games medals to his name, Jayden was already a recognized talent, but he became legendary for performing a stunt that had never been seen before. During the Nitro World Games in Brisbane in 2022, he executed a triple backflip in a freestyle event, a death-defying stunt that required immense skill and unmatched bravery to pull off successfully. The move amazed the audience and earned him enormous respect. It seemed Jayden was not afraid of anything, but what was good about this? He was unstoppable, and this triple backflip only added to his reputation as an accomplished rider. But he was the first to land it in a competition in front of a live audience. Perfecting the triple backflip hadn't come without hard work and a bit of pain. He had dedicated 3 years to achieving the mighty feat and sustained broken bones along the way. But Jayden said that he would do all that 100 times over just to relive the moment of completing the trick in front of the crowd again. To say he was dedicated to the sport would have been an understatement. He got up at 4 a.m. every morning to go to the gym before work. He was a suspension technician and mechanic for the Raceline Performance Factory for Husqvarna Racing in Australia. He worked a full-time job so that he could fund his motocross hobby. And now with his triple backflip, he had just made history. His hard work had paid off. But Jayden didn't celebrate the successful trick in the typical way. "This is so much more than a trick to me," he said, as he was being interviewed in the arena immediately after the jump. "I've dedicated my entire life the last 3 years to this moment." Then, Jayden took the microphone from the interviewer, got down on one knee, and popped the question to his girlfriend Beth King in front of the crowd and all the cameras. There was no way Beth was going to say no. From their first dates, she knew they would be together. She of course said yes. It was the perfect end to the show, and it seemed that nothing was getting in the way of Jayden and his success. Despite little external reward for achieving greater tricks and stunts, Jayden was constantly pushing the limits, aiming higher and higher as his career progressed. But performing such complex maneuvers was always risky. Although he had succeeded in landing the incredible jump before, it was by no means easy for him. Concentration, dedication, and hours of training went into his performances, but just one mistake, and it could be curtains for the young rider. However, With each training session, Jayden's confidence in the trick grew. He had worked tirelessly to find the right ramp that would allow him enough air to complete the 3 rotations. The ramp had to be transportable as they toured the States and beyond. Jayden often paid out of his own pocket for these trials, but Jayden was now confident in performing the triple and even had to apply the back brake in the air to slow the bike down. He traveled all over the world with his sport, inspiring audiences wherever he went. In June 2023, he made his final public appearance when he traveled to Jay, Oklahoma in the United States. At the Nitro Circus live show, he amazed the audience with his signature trick, the triple backflip, leaving a lasting impression on all who witnessed it. On February 21st, 2024, Jayden participated in an intensive training session in his hometown of Melbourne. There were rumors that he was preparing for a quadruple backflip later in the year, in addition to his already impressive repertoire. But for now, his focus was on perfecting the triple backflip. Just minutes before attempting the stunt, Jayden sent a text message to his mother with a quote he had seen online: "I am strong because I was raised by a strong woman." Tragically, this would be the last time she heard from her son. Jayden prepared himself as he had done countless times before. He put on his full protective gear, made sure his helmet was securely fastened and his gloves were securely in place. He started his bike and rode toward the ramp. He was fully focused on what appeared to him to be a routine exercise. With the engine thumping beneath him, Jayden gave full throttle and shot off the ramp into the air. The first 2 rotations of the triple backflip were executed with his usual flawless precision, showcasing his incredible skill. However, as he initiated the 3rd and final backflip, something went terribly wrong. Whether it was a small error in speed or rotation, Jayden lost his balance as he began his descent. As Jayden descended, it quickly became clear that the landing would not go as planned. His bike crashed hard onto the edge of the landing ramp, creating an unexpectedly strong impact. What was meant to be a routine exercise turned into a life-threatening situation in a split second. Despite help arriving quickly at the scene, Jayden's injuries proved fatal. What started as a routine exercise ended in heartbreaking tragedy. Later that day, doctors confirmed the unthinkable. Jayden Archer, a pioneer of freestyle motocross, had passed away on February 21st, 2024. Out of respect for Jayden's family, few details about the exact circumstances of his passing have been made public. As news of Jayden's passing spread, the motocross world was filled with shock and sadness. Jayden was in his prime, just 27 years old, with plans to marry that year and dreams of starting a family. He was still pushing the limits of his sport, preparing to attempt a quadruple backflip later that year. Jayden passed away doing what he loved, but beyond his remarkable talent, he was first and foremost a family man. His loss left a massive hole in the hearts of his loved ones. Senior Vice President and General Manager of Nitro Circus, Ricky Melnick, revealed Jayden's nickname of the Incredible Hulk because he was a beast on the bike and a gentle giant off it. The following week, Jayden was scheduled to compete in Vienna, but instead, his family spent those days tragically planning his funeral. A memorial service was held on March 8th at Cumulus Chapel in Melbourne's Dandenong South. It was there that his heartbroken mother shared the final text he had sent her just minutes before his crash. Nitro Circus paid a fitting tribute to one of their own. J.O. was the epitome of passion, hard work, and determination. He pushed what was possible on a dirt bike to heights never seen before, a positive influence to those around him, and above all else, a great human being and friend to us all. Jayden's legacy will live on, and his motto will inspire others from all walks of life. Not here for a long time, here for a good time.